Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're here today. My name is Jerrel. I develop games for a living, and I'm also an industry-level digital technologies and product development consultant. So today I want to discuss the PlayStation goings-on. I normally only drink out of this ghost mug during the Halloween season, but PlayStation is basically dead at this point, so I thought it would be okay to use this today. After 5 or 6 days of not saying anything in response to the backlash regarding PlayStation ending physical media. It will no longer produce physical games. PlayStation did not respond directly to any of that. And in this situation, if I were advising on this situation as a consultant, I would say that you absolutely need to address this, and you need to address it directly. And the safest thing they could have done, and the most appropriate thing, would have just have made an announcement to say, thank you for making your voice heard. We appreciate your feedback and we are considering our options. That's all they had to say. Okay? If I were a consultant that was contracted by PlayStation, I would have advised that, because that is the safest route to take, and it gives them time to watch and to see the situation as it unfolds. But PlayStation did not do that. What they did was they posted a tweet that is an advertisement for their new fight stick. And so in response to, because this is a response now, this is the first thing they've said in days. And in response to all this backlash of people saying they feel betrayed, they feel like PlayStation has taken advantage of their trust, they've basically ruined the platform for these customers who have made PlayStation successful over the years. In response to those people letting their voices be heard, PlayStation has now said, buy this product that we're making. If I were a consultant contracted with PlayStation, I would have advised against this. This is tone deaf. And what this is an example of in the industry is belligerent leadership. What is belligerent leadership? Belligerent leadership is leadership that is so certain that they know best, that they are not paying attention, they are not watching, they are not listening to the industry, their market conditions, their consumers, their customer base. They are not paying attention to what the wants and the needs of all of those things are. They do not care because they are so certain that they know best, and the path that they have chosen is the correct path and the only path. This is belligerent leadership, and it is very disappointing to see, but it is important to me to watch the industry. I've seen industries rise, I've seen industries fall, and I have worked alongside some incredible, brilliant industry pioneers. And the leadership that I see at PlayStation is not fitting to lead that company. It is not, the leadership there is not fitting to lead any major business in the games industry, because their leadership approach is belligerent. They are not listening, they are not paying attention, and they do not care, and it will drag PlayStation down further and further. So it is so frustrating to me to see PlayStation not respond to any of its loyal consumers or customers, and instead to post a tweet that basically says, screw you, buy our product. Why should we buy this physical joystick when you won't make physical games? Why would you not respond to people who are letting their voices be heard? And so this is very disappointing, and it's also hilarious how tone deaf PlayStation is. And again, I've mentioned it's so important to me to watch the industry, to help guide it in a direction that is healthy for both the industry and for consumers. And what I can tell you, there's a lot that I try to not say because I work in the industry and I have signed NDAs for specific companies. But what I can say is that PlayStation thinks that you are stupid. They are absolutely 100% certain that you are stupid. Nintendo doesn't feel that way about their customers. I know that for a fact because I've worked directly with Nintendo. And PlayStation thinks that you are a moron that will just gobble everything up like a little piggy. I think this is our opportunity to show PlayStation that you are not stupid, that you are not a little piggy, and that the power isn't theirs. The power is yours. And I don't know if I've accidentally made like a Captain Planet reference that was not intentional. I'm trying to keep things professional here. And I don't enjoy making these serious kinds of videos. I really would like just making fun, educational, or comedic videos where we can discuss games and game development. So I'd like to end today's meeting with something that I hope will bring a bit of positivity to your day. We will need a change of scene. Okay, and I do need to take center stage. I'm going to use a stage warping glitch to move myself. I'm just going to tilt the console a little bit here. Okay, that should do it. Now, we're going to end off today's episode by playing an old traditional folk song on the banjo. This was sung and performed by my cultural ancestors, and I think it's fitting to take this old protest song and to share it with you today. This is a modernized version, of course. This is Down by the Riverside. Put the lyrics and the chords on screen. I hope you'll sing along. I'm gonna lay down my PS5 down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my PS5 down by the riverside and buy your games no more. I ain't gonna buy your games no more. I ain't gonna buy your games no more. Ain't gonna buy your games no more. I ain't gonna buy your games no more. Ain't gonna buy your games no more. Ain't gonna buy your games no more. I'm gonna cancel my PS Plus down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna cancel my PS Plus down by the riverside and buy your games no more. Ain't gonna 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 buy your games no more. I ain't gonna buy your games no more. Ain't gonna buy your games no more. I'm gonna play my Nintendo Switch down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna play my Nintendo Switch down by the riverside and buy your games no more. Ain't gonna buy your games no more. I ain't gonna buy your games no more. 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 Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope your day feels a little bit better after enjoying some relaxing banjo music. If you'd like the chords and the lyrics for this, I will put this available on my Patreon for free. You don't need to have a paid membership there. You can feel free to download that. This is free for everyone. I hope you give this a try and enjoy it for yourself. Take care of yourselves. Be well.